Hi. Um, so I kind of just want to address like maga people right now who who are who have become disillusioned in the last, I don't know, like couple years, or have just begun to become disillusioned now. And you know, I don't know how ready you might be for this, but I would highly just encourage you to go look up the movie The Apprentice. Okay, it is it's drama, it's dramatized obviously, but it's a dramatized biographical film about Donald Trump's early life, and its purpose really was never to lambaste him in any way. It was to sort of show his humanity, to show the really difficult and impossible situation that he was in life, that he found himself in, the domineering control of his father, and just like the whole family dynamic, and sort of like bring humanity to the way he's sort of become the thing that we're seeing play out now. Also, if you're not ready for that, or if you prefer like reading books or whatever, I would highly suggest go find Mary Trump's book, because she knows what she's talking about. Like, I know she might seem like a something that you want to stay away from right now if you're freshly out of it and you know who she is, because she kind of goes hard on him online right now. But I think that, considering what he's doing, maybe just overlook that, if but go try to read her book, because that's like an autobiography of herself, at least in relationship to what this family was and how Trump ended up becoming what we're seeing play out now. So, maybe at least consider either either of those things, just to, if you're recognizing that this is not the best, either of these things will bring humanity to the situation, and you might really be able to relate to it, because I got to tell you that, as someone who came out of a similar environment and had to work for years and years to disentangle myself from it, I really relate. I really relate to these two portrayals of Trump. So, you know, just maybe consider if it feels good, if and when it feels like maybe something that you could handle, or that spirit is sort of nudging you towards, then consider these things. I can't speak to his nephew's book. I haven't read it, so I can't speak to that, but I can speak to Mary Trump, that's his niece, and to her book, because I did read that back when it came out, and I watched The Apprentice. The Apprentice is a masterpiece, because, like, after all the old photos I've seen, and like reading Mary Trump's book, and like when I was reading that book and I looked at the photos she put in the book, and when she described like being around that table, and the setting and everything, like, and then I watched this movie and I felt like I was actually sitting around the table with the family, like, for real, like, because it fits so like closely, like everything like any old photos I've seen of any of them, or any old video clips that I've seen of any of them, like they did such a really great job making this movie, that like I just felt like I was there sitting around the table with them. So, anyway, I don't know if anyone will hear this, and I don't know if it'll help anyone, but if you're struggling with this right now, because I mean, I have a very different experience with this than maybe you have if you're just coming out of like the cult of maga, but because I was never in the cult of maga, but I was I was definitely raised deep in the cult that's led to where we are now. So, you know, just consider it. I love you. Uh, you know, if this, if you happen to hear this and it helps you, and you watch one of these and it speaks to you, let me know. Let me know whether you like how you feel about it or what your reaction is to it. Even if it rubs you the wrong way, just don't be a fucking evil troll and spew hate here, because that's not what this space is for. But I love you, and I look forward to hearing from you, if you happen to stumble upon this. Alright, thanks. Bye.